Welcome into the Titans by Two podcast. I'm your co-host Austin Nelson, along with my man Brett Batchelor. What's going on, Brett?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing well. Like I said, stuffed. Just got done eating, so I'm feeling pretty full right now. But I always love to talk about some Titans football when we can. So let's do this. We just want to start off first by just want to say we're thinking about the people of Houston right now. And what they're going through. We know, just being Titans fans, what this franchise has meant to Houston, and being the former Oilers team. Miss Amy Adams Strunk, the Titans controlling owner right now, did something today that I think shocked a lot of people, and donated $1 million of her money to the people of Houston, to J.J. Watt's fund that he has going on right now. So. Hats off to her. J.J. Watt shouted her out. It's going viral now about that. What Amy Adams Strunk is doing. So, super sad. I'm seeing stuff on Twitter and all over the news about what's going on there, and it's devastating. So our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Houston for sure. Let's dive into some football. And what little it was on Sunday with the Titans and Bears. What did you think about it?
Not good at all. Not good. I mean, definitely not what I expected to see. I mean, that's 100%. Coming off of how we looked against Carolina, I expect us to come back and keep progressing, in week 3 of the preseason, not regress and look more like we did in week 1. I mean, there was sometimes this week where we might have looked, I don't want to say worse than week 1 because week 1 was bad, but, this week was bad as well. Marcus played what he was going to. Played well into the third quarter and everything like that. He went 12 for 21 for 193 yards and a touchdown. But those stats are a little misleading because of the multiple overthrown balls that he had. And he took 2 sacks. And even Marcus said after the game that he knows that's not how he plays, and he expects himself to play at a much higher level. So, and I'm not just going to harp on Marcus either because, really the whole team didn't look good. So, not what I expected at all. And I really hope that they're working hard in practice this week.
Yeah, I saw today Marcus hit on that. He said, a lot of those balls that were incompletions and, were overthrown. He said, I was throwing those out. Those weren't, overthrown balls. He said, obviously, I wouldn't just, overthrow a ball like that. He said, I was just trying to give it to, if he could have caught it, I was trying to give it to a spot where he could have caught it. But he said he overthrew most of those just to throw it out of bounds, which is understandable because, the Bears have some decent cornerbacks, and they covered the Titans well on Sunday. Marcus didn't have much to do. Like I said, like you said, 12 of 21 for 193. I was there. I saw it in person. I stayed till halftime, so I saw enough of them, and it was hot as hell. So I dipped out, man. But it was good to be back and good to see everybody, and it was fun to watch. Just to watch them play again, but man, it was poor. The defense once again. Giving up long drives. Brett Kern.
MVP of the game. Brett Kern was MVP.
Yes. And I think, that's something we're not going to, I think it's something we'll talk about a lot this season is Brett Kern and how much he's going to mean to the Titans when those things happen. Because Brett's one of the elite punters in the NFL. And punters don't get a lot of love. You hear about Marquette King and, him being flashy and whatnot, but Brett's right up there, dude. He's a solid punter. And he had, back-to-back great punts. But there was one punt, the first punt of the game, he put it I think on the 6th.
Yep.
Bears go 94 yards and went 15 plays.
Like it's nothing.
It's like Mike Glennon of all people. Yeah. So that's something that was not encouraging at all to watch. And the Bears had their way. Kendall Wright made 3 catches.
Kendall Wright, you know he wanted to come in and put on a show.
And he did. And I was happy to see it. It was cool seeing him back. And I wish the Titans would do like they used to when players would come back, kind of have a video tribute or whatever for them, kind of shout them out. But I guess
maybe they would have, but it really wasn't like a good situation with Kendall when he left. So
yeah, I hear you. But for so many years, Kendall, he was good to us, and for a little bit, he made some plays for us. But I just think that would happen, down the road. But other than that, man, it was a sloppy game on both sides, kind of like you said.
You're talking about the defense and how they struggled in this game, and they really did. Like you said, 94 yards, and somebody that the Bears targeted all game, somebody who got a start was Adoree Jackson. I mean, Adoree did not look good really at corner at all the whole game. And like he's another guy after the game that mentioned that said, look, I got to do better, which special teams, he looked fine. I mean, named the team starting punt returner, which is big for him. And he's electric back there, but he's really going to have to step it up, even if he wants the 2 spot at corner, because we know Logan Ryan's going to be 1. And I mean, right now it's probably Bryce McCain at 2. So if he wants more action on the field on defense, he's going to have to step it up.
I think we're going to be asking too much of our rookies this season. And I think a lot of teams, I mean, a lot of fans do that. But especially Adoree, I think, especially in the cornerback play that we have right now, we're going to be wanting him to be so much more than what he's actually going to be. So I think a lot of fans need to kind of take a step back, realize that he's only a rookie in the NFL, and realize that he will be a number 1 cornerback for us one day, hopefully. And not to think and not to overreact about the little plays that he missed or whatnot. He made a great play on Cameron Meredith before Cameron Meredith got injured. Just a beautiful pass and beautiful catch by him. And I think a lot of us where I was sitting were like, damn, that was a hell of a play on both sides. It was great defense, but better offense.
Right.
And you just kind of had to clap your hands about that. The play in the end zone, we had pass interference. Obviously, got to clean that up.
Yep.
But Adoree has a niche for the football and not playing the player. So I think that's what something's going to help us a lot in times when there's a deep ball. Adoree will find himself, looking back for the ball, swatting at it, maybe picking it off in situations like that. You kind of just hit on that. I want to kind of hit on this. There's going to be times this year where we're going to slap our foreheads for things Adoree does. Especially in the return game. And that is when I noticed it on Sunday. When Adoree is catching balls at the 3-yard line and not letting him go in the end zone, that's frustrating as hell. And I get we want him to catch the ball every time because we know what he can do with it. He can go 97 yards without a doubt. But you got to think sometimes. He cannot always catch the ball in those kind of situations. That ball bounces, you're on the 25 instead of the 3.
Yep.
He just has to think sometimes, and I noticed that quite a bit here recently. So I think, I don't know, I hadn't been talked about a lot, maybe inside the locker room, inside meetings and whatnot. But I think he's got to clean that up too.
Yeah, I agree, and especially you talk about catching the ball on the 3-yard line. When there are punts like that, that's going to have a ton of hang time. So by the time you're already down there to catch the ball, those gunners for whoever you're playing against are most likely going to be past the guys that are blocking. So if you're trying to catch it there, you better know that you have a seam that you can run through and find some yardage. And if you don't, you're going to be getting an earful from coach on the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. So Sunday was not pretty, but that's why they played the game, to clean it up. And hopefully this week in Kansas City, they'll do that. Last preseason game, Malarkey said today, everybody's playing. So that means from 1 to 90. I'm not sure if that means Eric Decker and Corey Davis, and whoever else is injured right now has the injury bug. But he said everybody's playing. Give me 2 or 3 guys you want to see, Brett, to kind of stand out on Thursday night and kind of make their case for making the team.
2 guys I would like to see. One is Tre McBride. Tre has played well throughout the entire preseason. We kind of talked about this before the show about how he's been and everything like that, but he's balled out and really done what he can do to show why he should make the team. If the Titans keep 6 receivers, he's definitely made a case for that because I think Tajay will be the 5. And it's good to see him back on the field again. So since he's healthy now, but I want to see Tre play a lot and see if he can get that 6 receiver spot, if we even keep 6 receivers. And I want to see David Fluellen get back in the game for a running back because last game we only saw him carry the ball 1 time for 3 yards. Now, I don't know if that means that he's already got the 3 spot locked up at running back, and he had 3 receptions as well. So he touched the ball more than 1 time, but still not a lot. And so we'll see more of Khalfani Muhammad at running back, which we haven't seen as much as I thought. So, I mean, I think I'm pretty sure Flu's going to be the 3, but I just want to see how they do it going against each other when they're actually in an actual position battle.
You're going to see a lot of those backup guys this week. I think that the starters might play a drive, if that. They might just throw them in for a play or 2 and get them out because I think I read where the Chiefs aren't playing anybody. It's going to be all backups for them. So just depending, Martin Malarkey wants to see – I think he wants to see them fix what they didn't do last week. So if they get one good drive in, get a field goal at least, get them out. There's no point in playing them any longer than that, and I know they won't. The Chiefs aren't playing anybody because they play a week from Thursday against the Patriots, so there's no need to risk anything for them. I'm with you on that. There's a couple guys that I want to see play better. I want to see the O-line play better.
Yes.
And I know, we just said it, they're not going to play a lot, but at times they've looked sluggish. Marcus got sacked twice early in the game. I believe it might have been on the same drive, honestly.
Yep.
What happened. So they need to fix that. And Lawan said a lot in the locker room post-game interviews where it's just going to take time. When real games happen and when it means something, then they'll I want to say take it serious, but at a certain extent, take it serious. Because these games mean nothing right now, but just kind of building tape for everybody, for these guys who won't make the team. Speaking
of Lawan, yeah, he's everybody loves him, but he's still got to clean it up a little bit. We saw 2 more sloppy penalties this past week in the game. So and on plays where we got first downs and then they were called back because of a useless holding, and he had a face mask as well, which wasn't. Regardless of the face mask or not, I think it was Derek that ran the ball. He got the first down, and the guy wasn't even going to get him, but Taylor's still holding him by the face mask. So sloppy penalties like that we have to get out of the way.
And 2, I'm not sure. It's funny. I actually missed it. I was walking to go get an adult beverage at the time when it happened. But when Quentin Spain got ejected, I missed that. But I was, as soon as I got done getting my beer, I heard, Ed Hockley. If the Titans continue to get Ed Hockley in games, they will lose. He is the absolute worst. And that's all I got to say about that. It was constantly penalty after penalty after penalty. Something always happened. It had to be a penalty on every play. So that was annoying. Yeah, but I don't think when he came off the field, I specifically watched Malarkey and what he did and how he handled the situation. He wasn't happy at all. You could see him yelling at him. He was kind of gesturing and whatnot. So, and he said after the game that maybe a fine needs to happen in order for him to realize that he can't do that for the team. He's thinking about himself rather than the team. And to make a case for him, it was an open hand slap and not a punch. Whereas what was his name for the Bears? Hicks.
Yeah, I think so.
Hicks. Where he did actually throw a punch at Q. So, I guess you can't throw a punch, physically make the motion of a punch.
Right.
But I think that's kind of stupid. But, I want to go back to a guy. We'll finish up with this. There's a secret, a quiet position battle going on right now with the Titans, and that's kind of those last 2 receiver spots going on. So let's break this down for a second. You got Rashard Matthews. You're going to have Corey Davis, Eric Decker, Taywan Taylor, most likely Tajay Sharp. And then you're going to have somebody that you don't know if it's going to be Harry Douglas, a guy that Malarkey's been with for a long time, back to his Atlanta days, or a guy like Tre McBride who's been with the Titans for a few years now. And when he's in games, he's making plays. And when he's messing up, he's rebounding by making another play. A guy I'm super high on. I've really followed Trey since we drafted him out of William & Mary, and I'm really big on him. In your eyes, I don't think Eric Williams makes the team. And if he does make the team, it's specifically on special teams reasons. But I think we're good there. I don't think we need him in special teams. Who is that last wide receiver spot?
Man, I've been struggling with this for a long time because even like back in OTAs, I was thinking that, okay, Harry's probably not going to make the team, especially when he's a slot guy, and we got Decker and we got Taylor now, but McBride's kind of the same thing. 'Cause he's not a very tall guy. He's strong and he's fast, but he's not very tall. I would like it to go to McBride, but I truly think that it might go to Decker. I'm sorry, not Decker, Douglas. Just for the fact of how much he's liked around the team, how big of a veteran presence that he is. Like we said, he only had 15 receptions for 210 yards last year. But this is a better receiving core this year, and Tre McBride didn't even see the field as a receiver last year. So I know Tre is balled out, and I've been big on him all preseason and all camp. I just get the vibe that Harry's kind of got this just because of how well he's liked and the veteran presence that he can bring to the rest of the receivers.
What's going to be crazy is if they both don't make the team.
Yes.
And then we're both going to be kind of like scratching our heads like, I guess they're going a different direction. But that means 5 wide receivers. I guess that would mean 3 tight ends with Delaney, Jonnu, and Jay Samaro. And then
Supernal.
It's just, Supernal too, excuse me. It's going to be weird.
So tough. I mean, I'm so glad that right now I'm in this position talking about it rather than being in John Robinson's office and having to make these decisions.
Malarkey said today that he's not looking forward to Saturday, and nobody is. You're putting guys' lives on the line. They're no longer
on the streets.
Yeah, they no longer have a job. So by Thursday at 3:00, we'll find out who's on the Titans in 2017, which is exciting because you finally have your 53-man roster. It's finally game week. That's we've been waiting for this for so long. It's
all year.
But there's guys on this team that you really like, and it won't be on the team. Hopefully, they can get them to practice squad deals so they're actually still here, and in case anything happens. But we've said this since day one. You got to trust John Robinson. He's going to do what's best for us.
Exactly.
Titans. And so it's going to be an exciting time, and I'm ready for week 1.
This is something I've been looking forward to since Christmas Eve of last year when we lost to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Really been looking forward to it.
I had something else to hit on.
Real quick though, playing against the
You're straight. Tyler
playing against no, you're good. I didn't know where that was coming from for a second. Playing against the Chiefs this week, you said they're not going to start a lot of their players. They have Spencer Warehouse out for the year, most likely with a PCL tear. They went 12-4 last year, so they were going to want to see what they have in the reserves all around, just in case they have another injury like this because they lost Jamal Charles. Now they lost Spencer Ware. They have Kendrick West, who will probably see some. They have C.J. Spiller on the roster now. I know he's older now, but they're going to need a backup. They just traded for Reggie Ragland. So he might see some playing time. He hasn't been in practice yet. And by the way, shout out to my high school. Me and Reggie went to the same high school. But they have Patrick Mahomes, who we'll probably see a lot at quarterback, and then Tyreek Hill as well. So they have so many assets that our defense is going to need to try and cover. Guys who have had good preseasons like Jayon Brown and Kevin Byard and everybody else like that they're going to have to step up against some of these other reserves that we might not know how they're going to play in the entire preseason. Like I said, the Chiefs have a good roster, and we really don't know what's going to go on. Travis Kelce may or may not play. Like we said, their whole team may not be playing. So we really don't know what's going to be going on for this game. But I want to know how our reserves are going to play against their reserves and our starters are going to play against their reserves, especially the guys on our team who are trying to make the team.
For sure. Titans wrap it up Thursday night at Arrowhead Stadium against the Chiefs for Titans by 2. Give us a follow on Twitter, too, at Armchair Tighten Up. I haven't plugged that in a lot. I need to. So give us a follow on Twitter at Armchair Tighten Up for Titans by 2. I am Austin Nelson. That's Brett Batchelor. We'll see you next week.